Welcome back to your favorite intermediate algebra. We're going to solve systems using inverse matrices. Okay, so now we're given, if you notice right down here, a set of linear equations. Okay, so we're going to set it up like we did in that last video where we have matrix A times matrix X equals matrix B. Okay, where matrix A is our coefficient matrix. So 4, -3, -3, 2 in this case. 4, -3, -3, and 2. Our matrix X is just our matrix of variables. So that's just X, Y. That's the variables that you're solving for. X, Y in the equation. And then matrix B right here is just your matrix of constants. Well, where does that come from? Right there, matrix of constants. So right here, the 10, 7 in this case. So that's equal to 10, 7. Okay, so now we've set it up as a matrix equation and we can solve that. Okay, in fact, let's solve it right now. 4, -3, -3, 2 times our matrix of variables x and y is what we're solving for, and this is equal to the matrix of constants 10, 7. So as you recall, if you have matrix A times matrix X equals matrix B, how we solved that was we took the inverse of A, because A inverse A is 1x, 1x, A inverse B. Okay, so our answer, the matrix of variables, will be equal to A inverse B. Well, we got to find A inverse first. So that's our first step. So find A inverse. So we took 1 over the determinant of A. So the determinant of A, B, C, D, recall this is A, B, C, D. And then we multiplied it by D, negative B, negative C, A. Okay, so let's find the determinant here. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus -3 times -3 is +9. So we got 1 over -1, which is just a -1 out front. 1 over -1. Now we got D, negative B, so negative -3, negative C, C is -3, and finally A is 4. Okay, so we got -1 times each of these. 2, 3, 3, 4. That's just going to change the sign on each of those. -2, -3, -3, -4. Okay, there's our A inverse. Okay, so now we have to go over here and say, well, let's go step 2 now. Since we had AX equals B, we took the A inverse. Matrix X is A inverse B. So matrix X, which is just our matrix of variables X, Y, is A inverse. We just found that. -2, -3, -3, -4. Our matrix of constants, matrix B, is 10, 7. Okay, so now we go multiply there. -2 times 10, -20, plus -3 times 7, -21. Now we go to the next line, next row here. So we jump down to the next row on this. Down below, -3 times 10, -30, plus -4 times 7, -28. Solve that. -20 plus -21, -41. -30 plus -28, -58. So that means X must be -41. And Y must be -58. So remember, we were given a system of linear equations. So that's where those two cross, is right there, -41, comma, -58. Okay, let's look at another one here. Let's write and solve this one. So matrix A times matrix X equals matrix B. Matrix A is 3, -2, -4, and 3. Matrix X, matrix of variables X, Y, equals our matrix of constants 1, 1. Okay. Step 1, find the inverse of A. So 1 over the determinant. Determinant is 9 minus +8. D, negative B, negative C, and A. So we got 1 over 1. So 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, multiply the 1 through to each of those. That's not going to change anything. 3, 2, 4, 3. Okay, there's our A inverse. Now we're going to go over here and we say, well, X is A inverse B. So matrix of variables is A inverse, 3, 2, 4, 3, times matrix B, which is 1, 1. And then we go to town. 3 times 1 plus the 2 times that 1. Go to the next row. 4 times 1 plus 3 times 1. So it looks like here we got 3 plus 2, 5, 4 plus 3, 7. So X must be 5, Y must be 7. That's where those two lines cross. 5, comma 7. Now you can do this for a 3 by 3. You could do it by hand, okay, but we're going to use a graphing calculator. We're going to come to class, we have TI-89s, and you can take a look at those. So I'm going to write this out and how you would input that. So here's matrix A. So I'm looking at my coefficient matrix. Matrix of variables is x, y, z is what we're solving for here. Matrix of constants, -3, 3, 1. Okay, so what we're going to want is, if this is A, X equals B, again we want A inverse B. Okay, so this is how we're going to set it up on that TI-89 is we're going to just type in A inverse. Okay, so what you do is you go bracket, and then you go each row 2, 1, 1. Okay, I just typed that in, and I got to separate it with a semicolon. Now I'm going to the next row. -1, 2, -2, and I do another semicolon denoting I'm going to the next row now. -3, 2, 2. Okay, that's my A, but I need its inverse, so I go caret -1. And then I multiply, so here's the multiply sign, and then I do multiply by what? B, right? So what's B? -3, semicolon, got to have a new row, 3, semicolon, 1, bracket. And if I hit enter right there, that'll give me the answer. The answer ends up being -1, 0, and 1, and it'll give it to me just like it should look, just like that. So that's my X, Y, Z. Okay? All right, bring your questions to you guys in class.